G'day amigos, today's video is all about the ergonomic grip and the muzzle brake, how they compare to other grips and whether you should be buying them or not, and what kind of weapons you should be putting them on. Now, let's be frank, the tooltips on these weapons are not particularly informative. Plus to stability. Awesome, Captain Ambiguous. What does that mean? I just think the game could go a lot further if it just gave us the stats. I don't see why people wouldn't just make informed decisions. Anyway, want to keep a little bit of a mystery in the relationship, PUBG Mobile. I'm going to come and ruin that. So what I did was I grabbed a raw SCAR-L and used that as a baseline. And then I tried the muzzle brake, the compensator, the angled, and the ergonomic on their own to see what particular stats we could get out of that. And the results are pretty informative and were slightly surprising. I will give you a caution. I've rounded these numbers up or maybe slightly down, as the case may be, because we have to use a little bit of intuition here. This is a lot better than spray patterns. I measure the distance between individual rounds to get an average horizontal and an average vertical recoil, whereas people that just use spray patterns don't really have any scientific backing on that. And I should know because I was one of them. But to get it to regress to the mean, we need to do hundreds of these. And I do not have the heart for a spreadsheet that big. Anyway, let's kick this off with the compensator. The compensator was pretty much the stock standard 10% horizontal, 10% vertical recoil I was expecting. Those numbers were slightly skewed, but over time, the trends were definitely there. And the standard deviations were really solid. Comp does exactly what's written on the box. It lowers your vertical and lowers your horizontal recoil. 2 thumbs up from this guy. The big surprise to me was the muzzle brake out of all these. And I'll get to that more in just a second. The muzzle brake had a whopping 15% off the horizontal and 15% off the vertical recoil of any weapon that you chucked it on. That's very, very cool. And if I was a betting man, I'd say that everyone knew that this was really good because it always feels good. But sometimes the feel isn't the same as the reality. In this case, it is. So thumbs up from this guy. Muzzle brake is really, really good. Now we get to the angle grip. Now, I tested the angle grip because it looks exactly like the ergonomic grip. And everyone seems to think, me included before I did this test, that is the real key to it. It's like a better angle grip, like the muzzle brake is a better compensator, but it really isn't. And if you look at them side by side, you'd be forgiven for thinking one is the same as the other, just with a facelift. The angle grip was minus 15% to horizontal recoil, which we already knew, by the way. It's nice to see the testing confirmed it, and minus 0% to vertical recoil. The grip that the ergonomic grip actually is based upon is the half grip. The ergonomic grip offers both horizontal and vertical recoil reduction like the half grip, but where I got about 5% for the half grip or 4% for the half grip in horizontal recoil reduction and 9% in vertical, the ergo goes a little bit further. It is the half grip on steroids. It is minus 10% horizontal recoil and minus 15% vertical recoil. Now that is an awful lot to offer in one grip. Will I use this over an angle grip? Well, this is where it gets tricky. Let me talk you through a couple of things. First and foremost, the ergonomic grip is good for any weapon. It is good for a DMR. If you put it on a DMR, it is going to reduce the vertical recoil, which is excellent, and reduce it a lot, which is excellent, right? And it's going to reduce any horizontal recoil that comes from like super fast tapping. But it doesn't give you the same amount of horizontal recoil reduction that the angle grip does. And that's important. If you're in an ADS fight at, say, 50 meters, where you're peeking out and firing, ADS speed bonus on the angle, or even if you're just running an open field and you have to snap around and shoot someone, the ADS bonus on an angle grip is about 15%. With a red dot, you can get down to 25% ADS speed bonus running red dot and angle grip. And you also get the horizontal recoil, which is the hardest thing to control. We all know that. It is so much harder to control horizontal recoil than it is to control vertical recoil. I mean, that's a given. So I'd probably still run the angle grip over the ergonomic grip on my spray weapons. I would never run an angle grip on a tap fire weapon. So I would definitely run an ergonomic grip on a tap fire weapon. That being said, we're talking about a 5% bonus here. And you've got to be pretty crazy to think that that's going to affect a weapon in PUBG Mobile. Sensitivity will take care of a 5% bonus, or at least round the edges off. I would probably still run angled, but I mean, a lot of people are falling into this thing where they're like, the half grip is best because the video with the most views on YouTube says the half grip is best. But it's just another one of those spray videos where everyone looks at a spray pattern and doesn't actually look at the raw numbers. And the numbers that get quoted in those kind of videos are the PC data mine numbers. And half grip doesn't perform as well in terms of raw recoil reduction in PUBG Mobile as it does in PUBG PC. It actually has more vertical recoil reduction than it has horizontal recoil reduction. It's just nice that there's a lot of options out there. I don't know. I'm still in two minds. I often buy the ergonomic grip and it does work. I don't find it to spray better at range than the angle grip. So if I had to be honest, I'm going to stick to angle and muzzle brake. Muzzle brake's a killer. Muzzle brake is an absolute Godzilla of an attachment, and everyone and their dog should be running the muzzle brake. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Only a short one today, but it's a very important one. And it's one that I think was a surprise for me. I did not expect the ergonomic to be a enhanced half grip weapon. I expected it to be a pure angled grip, like maybe with 25% horizontal recoil reduction. But yeah, less recoil reduction horizontally than the angled, more recoil reduction vertically than the half grip. That's what you get. Stick around, lots and lots of videos. We're still doing the shotgun video. There'll be live streams this week. Lots of exciting things, and there's a few little treats coming up. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, hit the notification button, and as always, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.